Hey there, it's me, Crystal, and today I'm going to do a Writer's Life for Me tag. I first saw this on Vivien Reis's channel, and I will link her video below. On that same video, she also did a Voices of YA tag. I didn't do that one since I don't write YA. Question number 1, what kind of writer are you? I'm a paranormal writer. I write paranormal, some dark magical realism, some retellings. I'm also dabbling in some supernatural horror and into some like futuristic urban fantasy. We'll see how that goes. Question number 2, when did you start writing and what made you want to try it? So I don't really know when I started writing, but I started writing novels when I was 12. Because I was already consuming a massive amount of books. I loved telling stories, I loved writing, so I was like, hey, being a novelist is like an actual job that like people have. And so I was like, hey, there's no time like the present, start practicing. Question number 3, what inspires your stories? So for a lot of writers, that's like a can of worms. But I find inspiration everywhere, like good TV shows, good movies, good books. I've gotten ideas watching Family Guy. I've gotten ideas looking at trees, water, mountains, like everything. Question number 4, what themes do you explore in your writing? So I don't try to explore themes, but sometimes things come out or sometimes people see stuff, which is always great and exciting. I will say I do like stories that kind of like explore like the anti-hero and like that kind of gray area between like your traditional like good and bad and light and dark. It's just like really interesting to me. Question number 5, are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? So this question was in the author tag, but I am a hybrid writer. It's difficult for me to tell an entire story pantsing. It's just too stressful. But it's also, I don't want to outline like every single scene in my book. I have like places I want to go. And so sometimes I'll just say, so-and-so walks into a room and has a conversation with so-and-so. And then I'll pants the conversation when I get to that chapter. Question number 6, where are you on your writing journey? I am between published book number 1 and published book number 2, and I'm currently drafting what I hope will be published book number 3 and brainstorming books 4 and 5. Question number 7, have you entered any writing contests? Did you win one? Yes and no. So I think I've entered, I want to say 7 contests. 3 of them have been secret agent contests, and that's when you have like your first page on Miss Stark's First Victims blog. I will link her blog below, and like your peers, they're stop by and they're make comments and like critiques and whatever on your first page, and then sometime over the weekend an agent will stop by and also make comments, and then she'll pick her favorites, and the winners will get to either send her a full or like partial or 50 pages, or sometimes it's just 10 or 15 pages, whatever you would normally send them when you send them a query letter. But it's a lot of fun, and the community is really supportive. So I've done that 3 times, and I've really liked doing it all 3 times that I've been in it. And then the other contest that I was in that I've also done 3 times is Pitch Wars, and it's Brenda Drake. I will link her website below. It's Brenda-Drake. And in Pitch Wars, you submit a query letter and your first chapter, I want to say, to basically you're trying to get a mentor. And so they're like published writers or soon to be published writers and like agented writers, and you're trying to get a mentor. And so there's like some 1,000 odd writers trying to get into like 100 or less spots. And what your mentor will do is they'll go through your manuscript, and they'll be like your critique partner and your coach for the next like 2 months. And then there's an agent round on Brenda Drake's blog, and then you have like a log line and your first page, and then the agents come by and read the post. And it's like it can be really exciting, like if you know someone who's in it. Like I knew someone who was in it 1 year, and I was really excited for her because she was getting a lot of comments on her page. And some people get agents from that, and that can be a lot of fun. The other writing contest I did, I'm not really sure what it's called, but it was in, I want to say, July, and I think it was similar to Pitch Wars. Like, the submissions are like vetted by a couple of writers, and then they take like the winners, and those entries get pitched directly to like a group of agents. I think that's how it works. Obviously I didn't get far in that one. And it was also a while ago. Question number 8. Who are your writing heroes? J.K. Rowling. So I picked J.K. Rowling because she had a lot of things to overcome. She had, she was really super broke for a while. She was a single mom for a while. And she was working on that first book for like a really long time. And she went to a cafe to write. And she had her baby with her, and it's noisy, and I just really like admire like her perseverance of like, I'm going to write the story, I'm going to get it done, I'm going to try to get it out there in the world, and it's really her story is really inspirational. Question number 9. Have you been to a writing conference? Yes, I've been to a few kind of like local area writing conferences, and the ones I've been to, like, there are panels and like workshops for writers, and then there's also books there, and I think they're really good experiences because you can learn a lot, and if you're sociable you can meet people. I think they're a lot of fun, and you can discover new authors there and get some cool books there. And at the last one I went to, which was at the very end of June, and it actually they had like a live commentary from Isaac Marion, who wrote Warm Bodies, and it's like a zombie book, and I don't do zombies, but I was like, well, it's a movie and I'll see it, and if I like the movie maybe I'll pick up the book. And I actually kind of liked the movie. Like, it was funny, and it was sweet, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. So sometimes when you go to a conference, like, you get experiences like that are completely and totally unexpected. And last question, question number 10. What are your top 3 writing tips? So I've been writing for a while now. So I would say, like, number 1, have fun. I just feel like when the writer's having fun, the reader's going to have fun, because like that energy, it's like infectious, and I feel like that energy is passed down to the book. And when the writer is like really excited about something, like the reader can feel that, and I just think it makes like the reading experience like that much more fun. I also say, like, write what you want to write. I am one of those people that I think we write our best work when we are writing what we want to write, when we're in our element, and when we're having a blast. And I just don't think anything can be gained from like forcing yourself to write something that's like making you miserable. I understand sometimes people have like contractual obligations, and I can't imagine, like, I just feel like that would be really hard for me. But maybe if it was like a series and I planned on writing the series, like maybe that excitement for that series in general will get me through, because like writing isn't always like super fun. Like, even on the projects that I've been the most passionate about, there have been days when I like wanted to like claw my own book's eyes out. But that said, if the entire book is making me miserable, like, no, I'm gonna quit writing that book. Like, who wants to be miserable? Like, no, like, there's so many like good ideas and like so many fun books that I can write. Like, I don't want to spend time writing the book that like doesn't bring me joy. Which kind of brings me to my third point: fall down, get back up again. So I fall on my face a lot. But there's something to be said. Every time you fall down, it does make it that much easier to get up. You think if you fall down 10 times, like, you'll eventually be all sore and bruised and you won't want to get back up again. But that's not true. Because you've gotten back up before, and because you didn't die, it makes it that much easier to get up the next time. And also, that's the only way to get up the mountain, is to just keep climbing. So that is all for this tag. All the links will be below. And I will also type up the questions and put them below, so you can do the tag if you want to, and you don't have to pause the video and write down all the questions that I say. So that is all, and I will see you next time. Bye.